Well, we're in Psalm 47, and I am so glad that we can continue forward. Yesterday, we talked about God showing up. God has gone up with a shout, verse 5. The Lord with a sound of a trumpet, and the people's response. What do we do when God comes sweeping in and solves a problem for us? We sing praises to God, sing praises unto our King, sing praises. God wants to hear you sing. It's a good thing, my friend. You say, well, I don't sing well, or I can't carry a tune. He never said carry a tune. He said sing. He said make a loud noise. And so sing. Obey him. Trust him. Get out of yourself and sing, and anticipate, even if you're going through a hard time, you've got a reason to sing, and pretty soon you'll have a greater reason to sing. Verse 7, for God is the King of all the earth. There's nothing that is beyond his reach. There's nothing that is beyond his control, and he is ordering all things to a grand conclusion. He's going to use even your enemies. He's going to use even your hardship to write a more beautiful story. He works all things together for good to them that love him, to them that are the called according to his purpose, because he loves them. So God is the King of all the earth. Sing ye praises with understanding. I love that phrase, sing ye praises with understanding. What's the psalmist driving at? Insight, wisdom, the capacity, a different perspective, a bigger perspective, clarity. Okay, so in other words, we don't sing blindly. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we don't understand what God is doing and we choose to sing. But soon enough, God gives clarity. One thing I want you to see in verses 5, 6, 7, and 8 is there was a long waiting period while the armies were surrounding Israel, and they waited. What's God going to do? Is God going to do anything? Is going to intervene? Hey, by the way, it's not much time that passes when God appears to not intervene. Excuse me. When Babylon comes, God lets them overrun the city. The people are taken into captivity. But God tells them for really several generations, Babylon is coming and you're going into exile. You're going into captivity. But I'm going to be with you there, and I'm going to deliver you from that. I'm going to bring you back out of that. I'm going to restore you. So it's not that we belong to a God who never allows negative circumstances. It's that we belong to a God who orchestrates them for his purposes. We trust him before them. We trust him during them. We trust him in them and after them. So we're not writing the story, friend. He doesn't follow me. I follow him. And it's so hard to stay in that lane because I want to be the architect of my own story. I want to be my own author. But God says, no, I'm the author. And I know what's good for you. And I've chosen your inheritance. And trust me, when it's all said and done, you're going to be singing. If you follow me, if you trust me, if you go with me, you're going to be singing. But my friend, sometimes it's a deep valley, or it's a darkness, or it's a difficult time. And so a lot of life following God is waiting. A lot of life following God is just the slow trudge forward of, is he working? Is he present? Is he active? And then there's those times when the sun breaks through the clouds and you're like, oh, there's God. Wow, look at what he did. And you are singing. But there's a lot of time where you're just reminding yourself, I'm still God's child. God is still king. Even though I can't see him or can't feel him or don't feel like I'm experiencing him right now, or I don't know what he's doing or where he went or how he's active, I'm going to trust that he is. Look at verse 8. God reigneth over the heathen. God sitteth upon the throne of his holiness. Now, they're seeing this in retrospect, but it's true, whether by faith or by sight, it's true. And this is a huge verse when it comes to looking at the world we're looking at, which is losing its mind more and more every day. And the fear-mongering, the narrative of our culture is live in fear, live in anxiety, fight for your rights, fight for your way, fight for your own justice, be the victim. That's the narrative. Live out of your anxiety. Live out of your hurt and your wound. Live out of your insufficiency. But God comes to us in this psalm and says, I am your sufficiency. I'm going to take care of your enemies. I'm going to choose your inheritance. I love you. I'm going to show up right on time. I'm going to give you a reason to sing. And he says in verses 7 and 8, I am over it all. I'm reigning over the heathen, even the people that through your view are threatening your rights, encroaching on your freedoms, your liberty, even the people that are are sworn enemies of God, even those that seem to be destroying your society, your culture. God says, I reign over them. I'm sitting on a throne of holiness. What is that word holiness? It's absolute purity and perfection, which includes perfect love, but it also includes perfect justice. So God's saying, I am perfect. I am totally sovereign, which means you have no reason to fear and you have no reason to live out or act in fear. My friend, God is calling us in a psalm like this, in a 21st century applicational view of this psalm. He's calling us to live in total confidence and in total rest. I don't know the problems that I'm going to run into as I go into my day today or my weekend. I just know this. In my role in life as a pastor, as a husband, as an author, as a teacher of the Bible, as a papa, as an employer, I'm going to face a lot of challenges in the coming days and weeks, but I can be at rest in them. Now, it's so hard to remember that in the moment, but I can be at rest because God is sovereign. There's nothing that has surprised him about my life ever. He is reigning and he is in control in perfect love and perfect justice. So we're going to leave it here for today and pick it up with we'll finish verse 9, finish this psalm on Monday. I hope you'll join us on Sunday, 9 and 10:30 on live stream and in person. Hope to see you, and if not, I'll see you Monday. Have a great weekend. Thanks for joining me.